Good morning from misty Franklin Pierce University at Pappas Field. We're going to resume baseball today as Keene State heads to the bottom of the 8th inning, leading Rhode Island College by a score of 7-3. We pick up right where we left off last night in the bottom of inning number 8. It'll be Luke Anderson leading off for the Owls this inning, and it'll be against the right-hander who we mentioned last night right before we had to go off, but Matt Perella, 0-1, 9.72 ERA. 13 Ks to 11 walks this season. Interestingly enough, the Anchormen have actually changed uniforms this game. Last night they were wearing their home whites, now with their alternate maroon. And Keene State, with the lead late, trying to wrap up a win and advance to the finals. And actually, whoever loses this game will have to play later.
I just flipped the plug, the USB-C into the camera. I flipped.
That'll be the winner of UMass Boston and Eastern Connecticut State, who we'll have after this. A bit foggy out there right now, but rain, more of a drizzle right now, a lot lighter than last night. So obviously, we'll be able to play through this. Last night it was really coming down heavy, and obviously that's when they had to stop the game and then eventually postpone it. Of course, we have to finish these games, given the stakes. Could not end rain shortened. Perella firing in his final warm-up pitches. Both sides keeping the same lineups, so no lineup changes for today to continue this game. And we'll see how long this one will last. For our next game, UMass Boston and the Warriors of Eastern Connecticut State. We are ready to play baseball. Get restarted here. Luke Anderson digs in. And Keene State hopes that there's just 6 outs left in this game, and that they can hold on and advance to the final. And improve, obviously, to 3-0 in this tournament. Send Rhode Island to 2-1. And they would, if that be the case, have to play later. Perella readies and fires. Strike one. New umpiring crew as well for this game. Wind blowing a little bit out to right field. Anderson grounds it right back to Perella. Underhand toss to first in time. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 8th. See, not the way that neither of these teams wanted things to end last night with the suspension of the game. But the dirt and everywhere was absolutely puddled. Obviously, a turf field. But the backstop, everything over there was effectively a lake. Rain really coming down as Evan Cowley looks at strike one. The number 2 man, McHugh, on deck. Suspect that anyway, Keene State was going to make a pitching change whether or not they finished the game last night with Jake Yakum, who finished 8 innings of work, 3 earned. But his pitch count had gotten over 100. So it was highly unlikely they were going to leave him in for the 9th anyway, as that one fouled away by Cali, 1-2. In this game, going back to last night, Keene State got 4 runs in the first inning, took a 4-0 lead. No scoring again until the 4th. They added 3 to make it 7-0. A 2-run homer from Matt Perella, from Parker Camello, got Rhode Island College on the board at the top of the 5th. And then the Anchormen added a run on an RBI double in the top of the 8th. 2-2 to Cali. Fisted off. That's a fair ball, and Iannucci picks it up and tags him out. So 2 up, 2 down here from Matt Perella. And now Evan McHugh, Coach Blood coming out to discuss. The umpire is going to have a conference about that one. Whether or not that ball was foul or not. To me, like, Iannucci picked it up in fair territory and ended up tagging out Callie for the second out. Unless they're saying he maybe fouled it off himself. Highly unlikely, though. They're going to stick with the call on the field here. Or highly likely, for that matter. And yes, he is indeed out. Obviously no replay review here, so usually whatever's called is what stands. Evan McHugh now digging in with nobody on, 2 out, bottom of the 8th inning. So we resume this game this morning. And that's a strike. Corolla getting the inside corner there. Be interesting to see who Coach Blood goes with for the top of the 9th on the mound for Keene State. And McHugh grounds one through the hole and into left field, a base hit. A 2-out single gets the inning to Tommy Ehlers, who in this game, back to yesterday, 2 for 4. Does have a strikeout on the line score. But the Owls trying to make something happen here with 2 outs. Get another run or perhaps more. That was their 12th hit of the ball game. Stopped by Iannucci, but McHugh's going to second and the throw not nearly in time anyway. So he has second base after the wild pitch. And now in scoring position, a single from Ehlers could make this an 8-3 game. And they're just going to put him on now. So down 1-0 in the count. They don't even want to face Ehlers. Instead, they're going to deal with Chatfield. We've seen this happen before. But sometimes the Owls have, and other teams have made him pay for the intentional walk. Because now if Chatfield drives one in the gap, this is a 6-run ball game, most likely. But they want to take their chances instead with him. That one misses. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Does still have an RBI. That was all the way back last night in the first inning. Scored the first run, or helped drive in the first run with a bases-loaded walk. Fouls that one hard over towards Keene's dugout. Looking for a big hit here. Obviously, Keene already up 4. Trying to make it a bigger lead heading to the top of the 9th, where they could be 3 outs away from going to the final. 1-1. And it's on the ground to second. Camelo has it and flips the first in time, so that will do it. Perella getting out of the jam there. He leaves 2 men aboard for Keene State. We head now to the top of the 9th. Owls trying to advance to the final on the LEC Network.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall. The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Liam Conley takes the mound for Keene State here in the top of the ninth. Coach Blood going to the bullpen for the first time in this game. As expected, Jake Yocum ended last night with 114 pitches through 8 innings. And Conley this year has been a reliable arm out of Keene's bullpen. 1-1, a 2.84 ERA. Trying to get the final 3 outs here and send Keene State to the LEC final. Rhode Island trying to pull off a stunner and come all the way back. Lucas McElroy will lead off. 9-1-2 of the Anchormen order. So again, the loser today will have to play later. The winner of the UMass Boston Eastern Connecticut game. That one misses low for a ball from Conley. Underway here in the top of the ninth. Conley has sat down 21 this year via the punch-out. And 8 walks. Strike off the outer edge. Gets the corner. 1-1. Top of their order, Parker Camello, who's, again, hit a 2-run homer in this game on deck. Foul back to the screen, and it's 1-2 on McElroy. Camello will go over to get that ball and flip it back to the Anchorman dugout. Conley trying to get that all-important first out. Here's his 1-2. Strike 3 called. Gets the outside corner, and there's one away here in the ninth. And now Parker Camello, 2 for 4 in this game. Again, got the Anchorman on the scoreboard in the top of the 5th last night. 2-run homer off of Jake Yocum. That one misses from Conley, ball 1. Conley, kind of a local guy out of not too far from Keene, Marlow, New Hampshire, about 30 minutes. Slightly north. But went to Keene High School. And now trying to close out and send the Owls to the LEC final. Here's his 1-1. Camello fouls that one away, 1-2. Justin Wardwell, the right fielder, is on deck, 1 for 4. Conley looking for out number 2 on this foggy morning. Here's the 1-2. Popped up by Camello. Chatfield under it, drifting into foul ground, drops it. And Camello will stay alive. Perhaps a fortunate break there for the Anchorman. Clinked off of Chatfield's glove in foul ground. Only good news for the Owls is it was a foul ball, but obviously could have been out number 2. Nonetheless, another 1-2 will be made from Conley. Here it is. And time is going to be called now by Camello. And granted by the home plate umpire. Another 1-2. Just off the corner. Looked kind of similar to the one that McElroy was called out on. But now an even count, 2-2. Here it is. And it's going to be chopped to third. McHugh has it in his glove. Throws in time. 2 out. Keene State 1 out away from an appearance in the LEC tournament finals. And Rhode Island, again, if they cannot come back, would have to play later against the winner of UMass Boston, Eastern Connecticut State. First pitch, line foul down the left field side. Wardwell going after the first one, just couldn't keep it fair. 0-1. Keene State trying to do something that has not been done in a long time. An appearance in the LEC finals in baseball. The 0-1. That one off the plate. Count now even. But nobody aboard, 2 out. 7-3 lead here in the top of the 9th. Conley looking to lock down the final out. Daniel Trespaz would hit next. That one just off the plate. And 2-1. So there's a strikeout. Got that looking on McElroy. A ground out from Camelo. Now trying to finish off Wardwell here. 2-1. That one upstairs, ball 3. Cowley will just tell Conley right there to calm down. Get back in the zone, a 3-1. We'll see if Wardwell has the green light here. And here is the 3-1. And inside, ball 4. So Wardwell not the last man to hit. Now here's the first baseman, Daniel Trespaz. Trespaz 0 for 4 in this game. Anchormen hopes alive for the moment. A power threat, Lucas Pierce on deck. That one off the plate from Conley. Ball 1. Good news is, at least for Conley, even if Pierce does end up coming to the plate, he would not represent the tying run. But he's hoping it doesn't get there even. 1-0. And it's going to be lined hard but foul down the left field side. Trespaz again 0 for 4. Conley now this inning with a walk and a strikeout. Wardwell being held over there at first by Jonathan Chatfield. Here's a 1-1. Hit in the air and foul again. 1-2. 1 strike away. Liam Conley tried to keep the Owls undefeated and send them to the LEC finals here in this tournament. Be an amazing step in this program. Here's his 1-2. Just off the outside edge. 2-2. Just one more pitch. That's all he needs. Pitch clock winding down. 7, now 6, now 5. Conley fires his 2-2. Off the plate again. Full count. Wardwell will be on the move here with a full count and 2 outs. Obviously that run not of significance for the Anchormen or the Owls, but hoping to end the game right here. Keene State dugout on their feet. Rhode Island dugout on their feet. Full count pitch. Runner goes, and it's lined into right field, a base hit. Rounding second, headed to third is Wardwell. He's going to get the green light coming around. The throw cut off, and it's 7-4 now. So an RBI double for Daniel Trespaz, his first hit of the game. Makes it a little bit tighter now. It's 7-4, and brings Lucas Pierce to the dish.
Number 35, Lucas Pierce.
Cowley headed out. Coach Blood heading out. Going to have a little conference here with his pitcher, who was smooth sailing until the walk to Wardwell. Then just allowed the RBI double from Daniel Trespaz. That was his first hit of the game, now 1 for 5. Got a dangerous hitter here in Lucas Pierce at the plate. But, again, doesn't represent, to this point, the tying run. And you just have to get 1 out here if you're Conley and the Owls. Anchormen have fought back, though, and made this a tighter game than it looked like it was going to be earlier on. Owls had an early 7-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. They've gotten 4 back, trying to keep this game going. Owls trying to end it, though, and go to the LEC finals. Again, just 1 out away. Conley's first pitch. That's a strike. He's gotten within one pitch a couple of times now of ending the ball game. Has not been able to put it away yet. Dealing with the dangerous hitter Pierce. 0-1. Just misses low. Again, don't want to walk him. Isaiah Rivera on deck would represent the tying run. Make it more interesting than the Owls certainly had hoped. 1-1. Strike two. He's been calling that outside corner, called McElroy out on it earlier. 1-2. Just one pitch away once again from the Owls going to the LEC Finals. Trying to finish off Lucas Pierce and end the ball game. 1-2. Strike three called, and Keene State is headed to the LEC Final. They beat the Anchormen 7-4. It gets a little bit interesting at the end, but Conley gets the final out. And Keene State will not have to play for the rest of today. They are headed to the LEC Finals. And one win would crown them LEC tournament champions. Rhode Island College, meanwhile, will have to play later today. They will play the winner of the next game coming up, UMass Boston and Eastern Connecticut State. But first, we'll have Coach Blood and some Owls on here to talk about the win in just a moment. We hope you stay tuned on the LEC Network. We'll be right back.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season. The confetti is going to fall.
There she goes, and she's got it. How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
We're not just a state college. We are a college built for the state of today's world, where you learn by doing, putting passion into practice. And you grow by leading, turning insight into impact. Through a high-quality education with online and in-person classes, to keep you moving forward with less debt holding you back. There's no better time to be bold.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
And we are here now with our player of the game, Jake Yakum. Obviously, Jake, you ended up pitching last night, but still got the win, 8 innings of 3-run ball. You really seem to be attacking hitters. What did you have going last night?
Just throwing strikes and trusting my defense. My defense made a ton of really good plays. Otis had a really good game at short. Just felt like everything they hit, no matter how hard it was getting fielded, caught. Good feeling when you have that defense behind you. Complete trust.
Yeah, you've obviously had a really, really good season this year, junior year, and, kind of, I would say one of the more, in a way, at least for me, maybe one of the more unsung pitchers on this team. You seem to go out there every time we see a pitch and you get it done. Is that just kind of not being afraid of, going after guys, I guess?
Yeah, it's just trusting everyone behind you, trusting everyone in the dugout. We're all here for the same reason, all bought in. It's just trusting everyone. I think that's the biggest factor to it.
You obviously, they're in the top of the 8th. You guys were up 7-2. You ended up giving up another run with 2 outs. But how do you kind of shift your focus, when you maybe give up a hit kind of like that with 2 outs, just to be able to, go after the next guy?
Especially, we had our 7 runs at that point. Our offense had helped me out, so it's definitely a good feeling when you let up a run and you still have a 4-run lead behind you. Just trying to limit the damage at that point. Forget it. Get a ground ball if he's on first. Just get the next guy.
Did you want to end up finishing the game today? I know you threw 114 last night, but was that still on your mind?
I definitely would have if Coach asked me, definitely would have.
All right, well, congrats on the great performance. 8 innings, 3 runs allowed, and gets the win 7-4 over Rhode Island College. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you very much.
I teach the art of fanology, a job I take seriously. As to the question of nature versus nurture, is a fan born or is a fan made? I know this. Our game can make a fan out of anyone. And at Fandom U, we take it to a whole new level. The NCAA Championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Ignite your athletes. Empower your coaches. Rally your community. Support every team with one solution with the Huddle Athletic Department Package. You put all your school's coaching tools under one roof. From recording to analyzing to sharing, with your Huddle AD package, you cover every angle. Equal access means equal opportunity, and equal opportunity means full potential. Let's take your department to the next level.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA Championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
We're here now with Coach Blood after the Keene State win. First of all, Coach, this was kind of an odd game, obviously getting suspended last night, restarting today for the final 6 outs. What was your message, or did you have a message to the team coming in?
We just tried to pick up where we left off. No real message other than try to finish the job that we started last night.
Yeah, no, you guys obviously did, getting the win 7-4, just that one run there in the top of the 9th. But what is it like to be able to, take this team from obviously a struggling program? Last year you guys made some great strides, and then this year to be able to go to the LEC finals.
It means a lot. I just gave them a lot of credit. They made some big changes as a group during the middle part of the season, and can't take any credit necessarily as a coaching staff. I think a lot of the work was done on their end and came together as a group and created some new, culture things. And just during the game, they changed up some of the things they were doing and how they were doing it. And I think all those little things have added up to some pretty big changes. And obviously it's helped them produce on the field, but playing for championships is what it's all about. So super proud of them and happy for the opportunity.
Yeah, you guys, you got off to a really fast start last night in this one, getting up 4-0. How important in these types of games is setting a tone like that offensively?
Getting off to an early start, a good start, is certainly helpful in these games, and then you're just kind of feeling like you're trying to hold them back at bay. We know Rick's got a really veteran lineup, a good lineup, and they kept trying to chip away. And I thought Jake worked out of some big jams last night, and then Liam, the walk, and then the double. But made some big pitches there on Pierce to close it out, and Pierce has had a great season, so it's not an easy guy to get out there. But, the early start was extremely helpful.
Yeah, the final out is obviously, as you mentioned, Liam, always really hard to get, no matter what, when you got another team like that in kind of desperation mode. But they're going to have to play later today, and you guys get the rest of today off. So congrats on getting to the LEC finals, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Appreciate it. Our guys asked if they could practice.
Oh, yeah.
I think these guys just want to keep playing, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and excited to see how the rest of these games play out, and let's go Owls. Let's get a championship.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge. I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Keene State is headed to the LEC finals. We'll see when those games end up being played. Obviously, the Owls are in a position now where if they win one game, they are the LEC tournament champions on top of being the regular season champions. But we'll have another game coming up later. That'll be an elimination game. It actually shouldn't be too far away. It'll be Eastern Connecticut State going up against UMass Boston. Both of those teams' seasons on the line. Two very good squads. We hope you'll continue to join us for that one in a little bit here on the LEC Network. But until then, signing off, and we'll see you probably in about 40 minutes.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.